Alright, I'm going to walk around here to the front of the hive. I'm going to show you the entrance to the hive. The bees are coming in and out. See if we can see one with some pollen on its legs. May not today. They're probably going to stay pretty close to the hive today because the rain is predicted, and bees don't really like to get wet. They drown pretty easily. I just saw one go in with his legs full of pollen though. I hope I caught that on here. I'll let you another second or two. See if we can get something. I don't know how long my batteries will last and how much space I have on this disc. Or this, this thing. There went one with some pollen on it. They're not really very interested in me today, which is a good thing. Bees don't always, they're not unfriendly like people think they are. There went one with some pollen in it. Maybe you saw that. There's one. They're working hard. As I was saying, bees aren't that unfriendly. They will sting when they feel threatened. They don't like you coming in to mess with their food supply, and so when you get close to their hives, they can be pretty mean. These bees actually know me. That doesn't mean they always like to have me around. But these are domesticated bees, which means they're bred to be a little more docile. They're not Africanized bees. There's some with some white pollen on their legs. Now, when I open the hive up, they'll feel a little threatened, and they may come after me. And if it's really bad, I'll close the hive back up. Bees don't really like to be messed with on days that it's cloudy, and today is cloudy and a little bit more breezy than I would like it to be. But as you can see, with all my garb on, my beekeeping gear on, it's hot. And so I do like to come outside when it's cooler than when it's cool. So I'm going to open this up. My camera may go off in a minute. We'll just see what we can do. I'm going to puff a little puff of smoke right near that entrance. A couple of puffs here. That drives some of the bees out of the hive, and others of the bees down deeper into the hive, and disguises my scent. Bees also, if they feel threatened, will let off a pheromone, which is a smell that gives a warning signal to other bees in the hive. And this disguises that pheromone. And this is pretty tightly stuck down. The smoke disguises the pheromone so that they don't necessarily smell it right at first. And gives me a chance to get in there without them feeling like they need to come attack me. Alright, so I'm going to open this up. And you can see the bees crawling on the lid. They're not even noticing me. That's a really good thing. Always glad to see that. That means they're going to let me work in there today. At least for a while. So now, I'll take this camera over here, and I'm going to let you see down into the hive. This kind of hive is called a Langstroth hive, and it's a better honey-making hive than that top bar hive. The bees in the Langstroth make more honey. Oh. There are several reasons for that, but I can't think of any right this minute. Maybe by the time I get to your class tomorrow, I'll be able to think about what those are. Anyway, not a whole lot of activity up here on top. That's a good thing. I'm going to turn this off for a minute.